All right, so we are back to working on the freight house kit bash that started out the Coal Run Junction freight station kit bash that turned into something totally different. So what I'm doing today is very nice out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go outside and paint, and this is the middle section. It'll be all green. This end section here will be green on the inside. Oops. And I've taken and taped off the surfaces where I'll be gluing. And then once I paint all this green, I'll take all this off, of course. And then I'll take my little hobby knife and I'll basically just go across the white and I'll score it just so that it adheres just a little bit better to the plastic walls when I put everything together. And another interior wall. My two exterior walls here are looking pretty good. I'll do the same here. Tape this off. This part will be painted green. Tape this off. And then I'll put this whole side, cover this whole thing in tape, and bring the edges up a little bit so that there's no bleed over. And especially on this end piece here. Hopefully it'll look a little better when I put it all together. I got a little bit of a little seam right here that I need to fill in. And you can see a little bit of a seam down here, but I can't really do a whole lot about that. And there's a sign that goes over this, so you won't see that at all either. And then I'll put the doors and stuff on. So let's get outside and get to painting. All right, I got everything set up here for the first shot of paint. I am painting the interior with this Krylon Fusion Satin Spring Grass. Now, why satin? Because I couldn't find any flat. And I figured, screw it, I got some dull coat around here someplace. So all I'm gonna do is shoot this side. The three pieces right there in front, I have to flip over and do the opposite side as well. And the one on the left and the one right in the middle of the screen now, just getting one side shot. So I'll shoot this and bring it right back because my wife refused to be camera girl and record me painting, but painting's painting. But just a quick tip. With this stuff, it comes out pretty fine, but you still need to keep it about 18 inches away from your painting project. That way there it doesn't build up too much. But if I screw it up, this is the interior of the building. You won't see it anyway, but I'm not going to screw it up. Now, for some reason, whenever I shoot anything, for whatever reason, it looks thick. But it's really, once it dries, it's not thick at all. So don't be freaked out if it looks a little thick to you, because it won't be. So I'm gonna let these dry for a little bit. This stuff dries really fast. I think it's about 60 something outside, 65 outside. So it should be dry in probably 15, 20 minutes. And I'll come out and shoot it again. It's been about 20 minutes. Let's do the old finger test. A little tacky. So I'll give, these parts here are good enough. I'll flip them over. These here I will let sit another few minutes. That don't look bad. It looks pretty good. See, it looks thick, but it's not. So let's put these off to the side. Hey, you think my training room is messy? My garage is worse. Yeah, spring cleaning is coming up here very quickly. And we're discussing getting rid of a lot of stuff. That don't look bad. Not a big fan of the satin, but it don't look that bad. It should be fine. All right. Now I will shoot this. My sorry ass paint can collection. Don't leave it outside when it's cold out. That's all I can tell you. All right. Don't look bad at all. Don't look bad. All right, let me shoot another coat here, and I'll bring you back in a minute. Hey, here's a quick tip on how to paint some of your smaller parts. I just use regular blue painter's tape. I lay it out flat, anchor it at both ends so it doesn't roll up on you. And then I just start taking all my small parts and sticking them on there. Push down on them pretty good, and then they should not come off. I fold the ends up on each end, so I got some place to hang on to. I didn't do this on this one because it's kind of a small piece. But when you spray this, everything will stay in place and it will not blow off. So if you try to paint it one at a time, parts will blow all over the place. It doesn't work out well. Ask me how I know. So work is progressing on painting walls and whatnot. So I got this last section here. I need to glue these three pieces together. I also need to cut this window out. I don't think I showed showed you. I don't think I've shown my method to cutting these windows out. So I got one more to cut out that I'll show you how I do this. Pretty simple. Maybe it's obvious, but I don't know. I figured somebody might learn a little something from it. I got all the, so I'll do that here in a minute. And so I've got all the doors, window frames, and I got a canopy and a couple of big doors, a couple of double windows all painted up. I got some accessories that will go on the exterior of the building. I'm gonna paint these maybe like an aluminum, silver type color. And those will go in a couple places to hide a couple of little areas that, you know, don't look all that great. Got a couple other little random pieces here and there. I just painted these. They don't look too bad. I was hoping that this would get filled in a little bit. Maybe a little glue, or not glue, but paint would get in there. You'd hide that a little better. But, I mean, overall, it don't look that bad. I don't think it's going to be very noticeable in the end. And the green interior is looking pretty good. I think it's going to be dark enough. I held this up to the light, and I couldn't see through it. You know, no shadows or anything like that. So I think it's going to work out all right. So let's go cut out a window. All right, let's cut out this window here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because Dwight always says he can't see what I'm doing. And I always kind of want to tell him, hey, Dwight, you know, you can zoom in on your phone. But I guess he hasn't figured that part out. I don't know. I talk a lot of smack about Dwight, but most of it's just me talking and talking my own smack because I like messing with him. I like picking on him a little bit. He's a big dude. It ain't going to hurt him any. All right, so basically what we're going to do is you're just going to look at the back side here. You got this little frame that fits inside the hole. You can see how much larger this hole is than this one. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the top, and then I'm going to cut the sides down. Now, I've done this 27,000 times, it seems like, so I can eyeball it pretty well and get it. Most important part is don't cut the bottom. Don't cut the bottom. And when you finish, you got to clean the corners out really well. And if you mess up just a little bit like I did here, just rest assured that the window will cover any mistakes you have. But you want to make sure the bottom is perfectly square, so don't mess with that one. So that way there, when you put your windows in, when your gap's a little bit bigger, you can just set it down flush on the bottom and it'll hold it in place, and everything will be level across the whole row of windows here. So here we go. So it helps to have a very sharp X-Acto blade knife. And as always, I'm wearing my level 3 cut protection gloves. I don't want to lose a digit. You can see this one here is a little crooked, and that's okay, as long as it's not outside the boundaries of your window frame there. Should be all right here. Ah, fuck that. Yeah, you heard the French there. That wasn't supposed to happen. So as you see, it slipped a little bit because every now and then it'll just get away from you. And sometimes you can bend that back over a little bit and hide that. You can probably put a little super glue in there, a little putty. But easy fix, easy fix. That's what happens when I zoom in, and then you can't see everything I'm doing because I can't look at the camera and cut all at the same time. So this might not have worked out at all. I'll have to go back and watch this. All right, so a little test fit here. You can see from the bottom, my guesstimation was right on. You just got to cut the top, a little bit of cleaning up on the sides, and this will be ready to go out, or ready to go back in the other room and get attached to the rest of it. It gets to a certain point where you can see the white show through on the back here, and you can kind of cut over here too and speed the process up just a little bit. But anytime you're doing anything like this, you don't want to rush it. You want to go slow, take your time. Does not hurt to test fit every couple of cuts. All right, a little bit more. If you're wondering why I'm worried about this so much, it's because these guys are supporters of the channel. Home Shops has sent me some cars to do reviews on. Whistle Stop Models has sent me some products to do reviews on. Mike's Trains, they always cut me a discount when I'm there. Or not always, but a lot of times. But they're friends anyway, so that's not the important part. I try to do my little bit to help their business out because they're the closest, and right now they're the only model train shop in the area. So we need to keep them around. So give them a call. Check them out. All right. So you can see on the back side here, just a little bit of trimming. It's not the prettiest, but this is the inside. So I got to cut this corner a little bit, and then I'll sand it down, square it all off, and it'll be a lot better. Once again, be careful when you're cutting. I am a professional. You're probably wondering how I became a professional. It's because I've cut myself about 1,000,000 times. Trim this corner up here. You know, I'm working in the sweet spot where my reading glasses aren't any help at all. And without them, I can't see it at all. It's a pain in the ass. But all right, just a little bit more on this corner here. And there we go. So you can see that little cut right there at the very top. You can barely see it. So it's all good. It's all good. And that one there is now invisible. So we'll go ahead and we'll push the plastic back where it got parted on this. Rub it with your fingernail. And there you go. Done, son. All right, so I'm going to go put this piece in with all the other ones and get it prepped for paint. And then we'll go outside and paint it. All right, so today I finished painting the last wall, and this was this one here. If you remember, well, I guess it was just like a couple seconds ago for you guys, but it's been like 4 or 5 days for me. This is the one that was in 3 different pieces, so you can kind of see my patchwork there where I glued these 3 pieces together, because this was a piece, this was a separate piece, and then you had this piece right here, and then it don't look too bad. I mean, once again, it's the inside. You're not going to really see a whole lot of it. But it don't look too shabby on the outside. And this is the truck side of the building. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be the last little segment of this video. The next video that comes out here, probably in maybe a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks from now, will be the construction of the building and putting in the windows, which I will put the windows in before I glue all this stuff together, more than likely. And I think it'll probably be easiest, but we'll see how it goes. And then, so come back here in a couple weeks, check out how I build this, and then that'll probably be the last one if I can get the roofs right. We'll see. But come back here in a couple weeks, check out the next video, like, comment, subscribe. Keep coming back and watching videos. Talk to you soon.